Good evening, everyone. I am so excited and super pleased to introduce Tony McConico. Tony is a graduate from SUNY New Paltz with a bachelor's in visual arts. He works primarily in the abstract through the mediums of painting and photography. When painting, he emphasizes strong forms with wild strikes between clean edges and thematic color arrangements throughout. When taking photos, he searches for a variety of ready-made abstract compositions based on close-up shots of eroded surfaces or other interesting arrangements found in nature and in urban environments. Super excited, Tony. Can't wait to see it.
All right, y'all. Hey, it's me. So now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I set up a PowerPoint.
Nice.
Because that seemed like the easiest way to do it. And sharing. All right, hang on. Oh, it's like a sneak preview. We're gonna slideshow. Come on. From the beginning, do not move. Is it moving on its own? Okay, good. These are completed and in progress artwork from me. Some of these are, a few of them are I consider done. Others are just in progress. They're in the works. You might notice some little marks on it that looks a little weird. That's a watermark. This is all public, so I wanted to add some watermarks, especially to my photos. Let's just dive right in. Let's go right into my photography and my photography style. So what I like to take photos of is anything but people, essentially. I like looking at surfaces that if you were to box them in the magic rectangle of a photograph, you could make a very interesting composition. Just anything where it's two different surfaces of two different types. It could be something naturally made. It could be a rock and some interesting colored ground. It could be brick and metal. Rusted paint is like a favorite of mine. Just anything where you can kind of segment it and make it into this rather broad abstract piece. Like this is something I just found. I'm not even going to tell you where I found it, because I never tell people where I find my stuff because I just like the mystery of it. There's another piece. This is not my favorite piece, actually. Not that fond of it. I'm going to keep moving on just because I want to get the time going. This one I quite enjoy just because I don't know. It just has such an interesting quality of the way it's kind of bursting at the seams. It reminds me of like an island at an ocean. So yeah, it's my watermark if you can't tell. I love this one. Something like it. This is the kind of work I'm always looking for. This is the kind of thing I'm always trying to find. This was an interesting one. It's in nature, kind of. It's just bizarre that I could find it in this fashion. I love the way it works. This is one of my favorite photos, actually. It's all recent work mostly. This one I actually put up at my there was a library show. I think some of you guys might have seen this one. It's so rare because it's gone. I'll tell you, I found it on the ground in like a sewer vent, like somewhere, where the water treads down and like the leaves are coming down and it just froze in place. I'll tell you that because it's gone. If it's still there, I'm not telling you anything. I love the mystery. I just love the way it came out. It's like, whoa, that looks cool. I got to take a photo of that, and it just came. The grainy quality is amazing. So yeah, this is the kind of thing. It looks like just like a regular. It's just abstract art everywhere. I'm appropriating from sources that people don't even consider art. That's what I love about the way I take photography. This is something I just took today. I just did this on the way out of work. It's in front of Stretch Globe. I just like it. And here we're moving on to some of my paintings. This one, I was having a bit of difficulty figuring out what exactly I'm looking for with it. I had when I paint, I very often go off of a theme. Yeah, like you see how I have these broad kind of lines, clean edges. I'm a big fan of using clean, painter's tape to achieve clean edges. I had the idea of like a sunset, the colors that you see in a sunset, the kind of pinkish clouds and dark blue skies and peeking through a tree and sunlight. I like some of the color arrangements here, but I don't know. There's something's missing. It's hard to describe. This one has been a trouble for me. It looks good in certain respects. I like the crescent here, but there's just something about. I'm trying to figure out this middle stripe. It was red before. This right side doesn't please me. You're starting to see how I'm working when I'm painting. This is all an acrylic, by the way. It's all acrylic medium. I should mention. I try to find balance. Getting surfaces that look kind of alike, making sure that they're all over the place. Composition is everything for me. Color and composition is everything for me. But I don't know if I'm wild about this one. Okay, so here is a painting I was doing for my aunt. This is just the start. This is just a peek into how Tony operates, how an artist operates. Like, this is just the first step in this process. Like, okay, I wanted to make something where a woman has angel wings and there's red and yellow and green, and it's all very interesting. I hated this image. I left it sit. I let this sit for a few months. The more I looked at it, the more I was just aggravated. This isn't anything I needed, but it's a start. I took this picture immediately before I inevitably destroyed it and made it something new. And it's the same painting. This one, it's still very much in progress. You see this form, the figure form I'm working on last, kind of. But you see what I'm going for with these wings, the kind of texture, the space in between. I think I can use another layer, another row of wings, of feathers, quote unquote, like a fourth one on each side. And it would fill out the space a little better, but I like the way this is going now. So that's all in progress. See this a little closer. Loose brush strokes of that kind of nature. I'll let you guys get a chance to look back at this in a second. This was a painting I did for my grandmother. Handed it to her around Christmas time.
Wow.
It has births, and it has the fingernails here are different birthstones of my aunts, uncles, and my father from left to right. And this is my grandmother's birthstone. She's born in February. These actually represent her grandchildren. She has 13 of them. And this represents her great grandchildren. So far 13. More coming probably. I really like this work. It's never going to be for sale. This is one of those individual, so I don't mind not putting a watermark. This is a completed work. This is one I am happy with. See it, another photo. And I think this should be the last one. Oh yeah, I made the Woodbury Art Council logo. Thought I'd just flex that. I actually have it's actually pretty bad version on
flex, dude. Flex, Tony.
Flex. This is my only graphic design, my first official bit of graphic design that I use. So see, it's in Gothic, Century Gothic, which is actually the font I used to be at the very beginning. If you notice, yeah, this is Century Gothic. All right. So any thoughts? There's lots in the chat. I'll start looking at that.
Wow.
Spectacular. I mean, this is just
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the photography. That
Yes.
was really great.
Yeah, definitely, Tony, when you look at things, and I learned this when I first saw your work, you really, I think what I love about the way your perspective is when you're doing your photography is that you're looking, the things that we don't notice is the areas that you notice, which is what makes it so special, because you're looking at the most common things and you're bringing in all of these different textures that then allow us to appreciate things that we don't appreciate at all, because of the way it blends so nicely. I gotta say, your grandmother's piece is
Oh,
beautiful.
so much
I
art.
Thank you.
Oh my
Absolutely
gosh.
incredible.
I put like, it was like a year's worth of effort. Like it was, I always had the idea of like the heart, and like, it was just getting everything right, making sure it looks neat and organized. Like I was having trouble figuring out, like, do I want to add gemstones for every single group? I'm glad I didn't do that. I think it would have distracted from the rest of the work. I'll just go straight over. Yeah. This one I think is one of the most successful things I've ever worked on. I was satisfied with it in every respect. That rarely happens with a piece of artwork of mine, so I was happy, and I'm happy to give it to my grandmother. You know, she's getting up there in years, and I just wanted to show her something that shows she's loved by so many people, that she has touched so many people, and that was what I was going for here, was just to demonstrate that it's all love. Like, it sounds cliche and silly, but it's all love with that one.
Well,
Yeah, this piece really, it's so interpretive, but I feel like you only get love and joy out of it. The colors are so warm and inviting, right? They're like the earth colors and colors of warmth, and then like the colors on the fingers, the diamond shape, the piece below, the way it frames up. Oh, it's so fun to look at.
it says love like all over this painting.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I tried to make it radiate a little bit. Like, I wanted that color to be. I'm constantly conscious of which color is going where, of how they balance out. You know, where your eye is going. All these things are just incredibly important to me. So I do feel like I want some help on this moon piece, for lack of a better phrase, and the sunlight piece, for lack of a better phrase. These are the things I'm like. The photographs, I'm mostly happy with all the photographs. These two paintings, though, have been bothering me for over a year. Like, I don't know. I just don't like them. So, something's off.
Well,
Tony, I cannot tell you anything about technique because I'm just new at this. But I can tell you what I feel when I look at this. So for me, all your pieces is very meaningful. And it's very simple looking at this, but it brings so much energy and joy when you look at it. So this is how I can judge the art. When you look at the art and what emotions and will bring it in your inside of you. So for even through the Zoom and through all this internet and the screen, you still feel this energy. And absolutely, this last piece for your grandma, it just blown away. You know, it just completely just energy out there, just blasting. So I just want to thank you for this amazing experience. And I'm sorry if I can't say anything about technique, but just everything else is just blowing away.
That's enough. That's more than enough. Thank you, Lana.